everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andrea. It's nice to have you guys here. Today I thought it would be good to do kind of lessons I've learned in 1 year on YouTube. I do have a list in my bullet journal, but I'm probably going to go off and explain a lot of these. I'm going to try to keep it short. I'm also going to try to do an expanded version of this list on my blog sometime this month. So, number 1, be patient and persistent. When you first start a YouTube channel, pretty much all of us start at 0. I mean, technically everyone starts at 0. How quickly we go from 0 to our first subscriber or our first 10, our first 50, our first 100 kind of can depend on if you have an existing following on another social media platform like Twitter or Instagram, or if you have a popular blog and you're starting YouTube. I think that's something that we see with a lot of the bigger channels. I know I've seen channels that have only been on YouTube for like a year and they're already at tens of thousands of subscribers. I think it's important to keep in mind that in most of those cases, those people already had a highly successful, highly popular fashion blog or beauty blog, and a lot of their subscribers on the blog followed them over to YouTube. So you cannot compare yourself to those people. The rest of us, especially here in the small YouTube community, we all start at 0. We all gain our subscribers at different rates. And how you go about doing that is entirely up to you. I don't advocate sub for sub. I'm not saying I never did it. I never initiated it, but I definitely accepted subscribers and subbed back to their channel purely to have subscribers. And I think when you're still under 100 subscribers, just getting that number up can help. I definitely stopped participating in sub for sub after, I think, around 400 subscribers was when I started to get a bit pickier. If I'm not going to watch your channel, I'm not going to subscribe to your channel. And if you're not honestly going to watch my channel, I don't want you to subscribe to mine. Unless you're willing to do sub for sub and have a channel full of subscribers that don't actually watch your videos, you have to be patient because it takes time for the right people to find your channel. And you have to be persistent. You have to keep going, keep uploading. Don't get into a habit of thinking, oh, I only have 10 subscribers, I'm just not gonna upload any videos for the next month. Because that's another thing that I, as a potential subscriber of channels, look at. If you're asking me to subscribe and you've been on YouTube for a year and you have 5 videos and there's often a gap of several weeks or months in between some of those videos, I don't really particularly like subscribing to channels that aren't consistent, that I'm not going to be able to develop a relationship with. So I think it's really important that you, in addition to being patient, are also persistent. You keep uploading. And that goes into number 2, which is be consistent. It's important that you find a schedule that works for you. I'm not saying you have to post 5 videos every week. I know there are channels that do that, and they do that very well. I'm someone who I knew right off the bat I could only commit to 2 videos a week. Now I do 3, which includes the weekly vlogs, and that's definitely at my limit. If you can only commit to 1 video a week, and I know channels that do that and do that really well, then that's fine. If 1 video every 2 weeks is all you can do, that's fine too. If that's all you can commit to, then do that and do that well and stick to that. And number 3, participate and engage. You need to be watching other people's videos. You need to be commenting and subscribing and participating and engaging within the community. You cannot, well, you can, but it's not a good idea to just set up your channel, start cranking out videos, and sit back and think that people are gonna come watch you. That is not how this works. I think when you start in the small YouTube community, and this was a shock to me. This was a very pleasant surprise for me, but I wasn't expecting this because I was so used to watching large channels. Within the small YouTube community, YouTube is essentially just another social networking site. It's like Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, only instead of tweets or pictures, you're putting out videos and you're inviting other people to then watch those videos and comment on them. It's just like any other social networking site. If you put out content, you need to be engaging with other people's content, and that's what gets them to come back and look at yours. You need to be forming genuine relationships, and this goes back to my problems with sub for sub. If you are only commenting a vague generic comment that you're literally copying and pasting into the comment box on someone's video, that's not participating. That's not engaging. And I've seen this happen so many times. And what's so sad is these channels actually have pretty decent content and they seem to have fun personalities. But I don't trust someone who is literally leaving the same comment on my channel as well as on 10 other channels that I follow. If I've already seen you telling all of my other YouTube friends, oh my gosh, your channel is like so amazing, I'm totally obsessed with it right now. By the time you copy and paste that on one of my videos, I know you're lying. I know you're just saying what you think I want to hear, and it's not going to work. And it makes me significantly less likely to actually subscribe to your channel. Whereas if you leave a thoughtful and engaging comment that directly speaks to something that you saw in my video, that tells me that you were watching more than halfway through the video, that's going to make me think, okay, I want to go check this person out. This might be a new YouTube friend. If you're leaving comments like, let's be YouTube friends, actions, not words, is kind of the best way to sum this up. My general rule is I want to be the kind of subscriber to other channels that I want for my channel. I want people who are genuinely interested in my content, who are thoughtful, who are engaged, who are participating with my channel. So that is the kind of subscriber that I am going to be for other channels. That's probably one of the most important things I can tell you. This also goes into number 4, which is do it for the right reasons. If you are on this platform because you want to be the next Zoella, if that's what you want, to be the next, you know, big beauty guru with multi-million subscribers, good luck. And I mean that with all sincerity, good luck. But you've got a major uphill climb. The thing that people don't realize is that people like Zoella didn't get to be Zoella because they set out to accomplish that. It just happened. And when you look at every single super popular YouTube right now, because they were the first generation to do this, it wasn't what they set out to do. It's what they built along the way. You really have to start this with the intention of you enjoy the platform, you enjoy the community, you enjoy the creative process of making videos. There's nothing wrong with having goals and dreams, and I'd be lying if I sat here and said I would not love a career like Fleur de Force. I'd love a career like that. I'd love to say I'm a full-time online, I hate social media influencer as a title because I don't think it's accurate to what these people are doing. But sure, I'd love to say this is my full-time job. But I'm also very realistic about the process and the hours and days and weeks and months and years that go into this, of doing it for little to no money and working other jobs and building up your audience one subscriber at a time. So you have to do it for the right reasons, because if you're expecting automatic success, you're going to be severely disappointed. Number 5, don't spend money right away. I think when I first started my channel, I bought the tripod that I'm using, and I bought an extra SD card for the camera that I was using at the time. But I started with the tech that I had. I happened to have a DSLR camera. It was really old and didn't shoot in HD, but I would have continued shooting on my camera's built-in webcam if I had to. And I've slowly upgraded. I eventually started borrowing my mom's DSLR. Hers was a newer generation that did shoot in HD. And then back in October, which would have been like 6 months, 7 months after starting my channel, I bought my Olympus pen, which is what I currently film on. Use what you've got, and if you buy anything to begin with, buy things that will support the tech that you have. Don't buy new tech. Wait until you get into this. Don't think you've got to buy a fancy computer and Final Cut Pro and a huge giant camera and a separate camera for vlogging. When I first started, I vlogged on my iPhone. I have an iPhone 6, and that worked just fine. I know a lot of small YouTubers that vlog on their iPhones. Stick with what you've got. As you get into this, figure out what you really want to spend money on. I knew that I really loved vlogging, so when I finally decided to buy a new camera, I wanted one that would be small and compact that I could vlog with. Just so happened I ended up also now using it for my sit-down videos. But if you don't vlog, then you probably would want one of the really nice Canon or Nikon cameras so that you could do a sit-down video like this. So don't spend money right away. Take your time, start with what you've got, and then slowly save up and figure out what your most immediate tech needs are. Number 6, don't compare. I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory, so I won't dwell on this, but I think it's Mark Twain who said comparison is the thief of joy. If you start comparing yourself to other people, you're just going to make yourself miserable. There are friends I have on YouTube who have had their channels for around the same time as me, but they've got more subscribers, or their engagement seems to be higher, they get more views. There's lots of little things like that that I can compare, and then I could certainly compare myself to the big channels, but really what's the point in that? That's only going to make me so depressed. And I have to remind myself that with those bigger channels, they've been on for more years than I have, or they've got more time that they can devote to this. This isn't my full-time job, so I can't take as long to set up shots, to edit. I don't have that kind of time, so my vlogging style, my filming style, my editing style is going to be different for those reasons. Yeah, comparing yourself, complete waste of time and energy, and is only going to make yourself miserable, so focus on you. Number 7, celebrate the numbers but don't get caught up in them. I was so flipping excited when I hit 100, mostly because it happened like 11 months faster than I thought it would. I thought it would take me at least a year to get to 100 subscribers, and I think I did it within the first 2 months. The point is, it was way sooner than I expected. And I was at 97 before I even started using social media to help promote my channel, which shows you the power of small YouTube. People are looking for other small YouTubers to support, and it's easy to find other small channels. Just search for things like small YouTuber tag or welcome to my channel, and then look for the most recent, the newest uploads under those titles, and you'll find other new YouTubers like you. Celebrate the numbers, be excited, set yourself realistic goals to help you push forward. It's always fun when you hit a new milestone, and it can get a little frustrating when you're constantly like 10 subscribers away from the next goal. So it's easy to get swept up in it, but try really hard not to. Number 8, set realistic goals, which I kind of talked about. I tend to look at it not as I want to have X number of subscribers by a certain time, but I would like to gain 10 subscribers by this time. I know what a realistic growth is for me, and so I try to set realistic goals within that. Number 9, track your growth. This is a mistake I made in my first year, and I'm starting to rectify it now that I'm going forward into my second year. I didn't write down all those little milestones, so I don't remember when I hit 10 subscribers or when I hit 50, or I know when I hit 100 because I do have an Instagram picture that records that. And I don't know when I hit the different channel views. Even when your numbers are really small, write them down and track that, because it can also help you then see like the growth that you are making, and it can help you realize kind of on average how many subscribers you're picking up each month, which will help you set those realistic goals. Number 10, have fun. This should be fun. First and foremost, this should be fun. If you're not having fun, you shouldn't be doing YouTube. If it's causing you stress and anxiety, you either need to scale back your uploading schedules, or you need to look into something like blogging or Instagram or some other creative outlet, because this might not be the right one for you. If you're feeling burned out and you're lacking creative ideas, then maybe you need to take a month off. In that case, just tell your subscribers, hey, I'm going to take a month vacation from this. I'll still be watching your videos, I'll still be commenting, I'll still be engaging, but I just need to kind of reset myself a bit. And your subscribers will be fine with that. I've had that happen with channels that I follow, and it doesn't bother me at all. I do advise, though, telling them ahead of time, not popping up a month later and explaining, because people are going to wonder where you went. So just be open, be honest, say you need a break. No one's going to fault you for that. But the most important thing is have fun. So if you're not having fun, your subscribers are going to notice that, and it's going to affect everything. Number 11, don't stop learning. I'm constantly watching videos on how to use the Olympus pen, how to edit, how to use different camera settings, ways of growing your YouTube channel. There's some really great channels out there geared towards creators that give all kinds of tips and advice on how to grow your channel and how to use different features that YouTube has to offer, which is great because when you first start, you often know nothing about like the analytics, and you should learn because it can really help you. Don't get obsessed with your analytics, but you should know what those numbers mean. So don't stop learning. And number 12, the last tip, and also up there among the most important ones, be yourself. This is why I don't compare. I can only be me. I think it's important to remember that the best part of being yourself is it's the one thing you can do better than anyone else. No one else can be me. I can look at other channels and think, gosh, they're doing amazing things and I love the way they're filming that or the way they're editing that. But YouTube is so personality based. There are so many people making very similar videos. You know, think about it. There's so many people doing product reviews and doing monthly favorites, and yet some of those are incredibly popular. Like, I love monthly favorites. But do you know why I love monthly favorites? Because everyone I watch is going to be different. Because everyone's personality is different, and so everyone's going to have different favorites. Some of these videos that do get done a lot are successful because they're the ones that allow our personalities to come through. Whereas when I look at some of the like Tumblr inspired DIYs, like, great, love those videos, watch them myself, but those are very easy to start looking exactly the same as everyone else. So always find ways of injecting your own personality into your videos, because that is what is going to get people to watch, is your personality. Every channel I watch, it's because there's something about that YouTuber that I have found a personal connection with. There's something about them and their personality that my personality has latched onto that says, this is a cool, engaging person who I like and I want to spend my time watching. And that is going to be what makes people watch your channel. So be yourself, because no one else can be you. And with that, this video has gotten long. I'm sorry, I tried to keep this as short as possible, but I have so many thoughts on all of these subjects. So like I said, I am going to do a corresponding blog post that will go up soon. So keep an eye on Twitter and Instagram. The links are all down below. What are your biggest lessons? Some of you who watch me are on YouTube as well. So what is your biggest lesson that you would share? Let's put those down in the comments. And if you are not a YouTuber yourself, maybe as a subscriber, what are the things that you notice? Are any of these things that I've listed things that have influenced your decision to click that subscribe button? Subscribe if you are not subscribed, and I will see you all very soon in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.